Welcome. Today we will explore motion capture in 2D animation. First, download the latest version of Blender. If you don't have some yourself, you'll be needing some motion capture examples. Go here for a good collection of freebies. Click this link and choose the first option. Download a zip file of your choosing. Each zip contains a spreadsheet with a complete list, including descriptions. Let's start up Blender. Delete the cube, and go to File, Import Motion Capture, and select a BVH file. The MOCAP files used here are very big, so zoom out to see them. Choose different views using the number pad keys, or press the apostrophe button for a view menu. Now, find a view that works for your 2D animation. Next, in the File menu, choose Preferences. Click on Add-ons. Search for Image. And turn on Import Images as Planes. This will allow you to import your artwork, which you can then attach to bones. To do this, in the Add menu, choose Images as Planes. You'll find your image plane at the 3D cursor. Scale and position this over the bone that you want to attach it to. To see your image, click the Rendered Preview button. If you need to rotate it, press R. If you then press X, Y, or Z, it will constrain the rotation to that axis. The orange dot in the middle of your image plane is its pivot point. Press Tab to enter Edit mode, select all with the key A, and move the contents until the pivot point is where you want it. Hit Tab again to go back to Object mode, and finish positioning your image. When you've done this, select the MOCAP skeleton, and press Tab to enter its edit mode. Now, click on the bone that you want to link to. Next, press Tab to leave edit mode, and select your image. Then shift-click on the skeleton, so that both are selected, and press Ctrl P. Choose the Set Parent to Bone option. Your image is now linked to the bone you chose. Remember, you can readjust your image at any time. Let's run through this again. This time we will add a body. The workflow is the same for each bone. But now, let's look at building your character from scratch using only Blender. Add a blank grease pencil object. Go to Draw mode, and set up your brush. Time to draw a head. Do some tweaking in sculpture mode. Then position it, and link it to the bone. Remember to set your rotation point. Make sure your drawing is lined up in all views. Some final tweaks, and your character has a new head. Now let's complete this character with grease pencil artwork. We'll start with a new body, so add a new grease pencil object. Place its center over the bone we want to use, and draw a side view of the body. To fill the shape, choose the paint bucket, and add a fill material. In the grease pencil properties, rename the layer lines, and add another layer underneath called fills. Then add a new material. Make sure it is a fill. Check that the gaps in your shape are closed. Click inside to fill it, and turn off use lights unless you want to use your light source. And let's remove the old body. Just select, and hit delete. Then link the new one to its bone. Hey presto! Let us now repeat these same steps for the upper left arm. At frame 0 in the timeline, add a new grease pencil object. Position its center point. Now draw the upper arm, which in this case, we'll do in the top view. Add a new material slot for our fill. We will use the white fill that we made last time. Hold Ctrl while drawing in paint mode to fill gaps. Now select the skeleton, and hit Tab for edit mode. Select the bone you want to use. Hit Tab to return to object mode. As before, select your shape, then the skeleton, and press Ctrl P to link to this bone. Next, the lower arm. This time, press Shift D to make a copy of the upper arm you just made. Reposition it, and pay attention to its pivot point. Then, make your adjustments in sculpt mode, before linking it to the new bone. Now, because we're super lazy, make a copy of both arm shapes. Notice the line linking them to their bones. You can also see this information in their object properties, under Relations. Let's break this link by clicking the cross next to Parent. Next, while in top view, select both shapes and type R, followed by 180. You can now position them on the other side of the body. Align them as best you can, in the top and front views. Once you've done this, you can link them to their new bones. Hopefully you're starting to get the hang of this. Remember, we're using 3D motion capture to make a 2D animation. Our flat shapes are rotating in 3D space. Play with their position and rotation to get the best 2D view you can. Now to make the rest of the body parts using the same process. Next up, the hands. The left hand will be facing us, so draw the back of a hand. And same again for the right one. This time, we'll draw the inside of the hand using the bottom view. And now, the legs. If you find the skeleton bones are getting in the way, you can change their appearance. In the skeleton properties, pick your preferred display option. For these legs, we don't want a solid line at the ends. Choose a fill, and close the shape while holding Control in Paint mode. Link it to the bones, and we have an upper leg. As our 2D shapes follow 3D paths, you may notice some unwanted lines here and there. This is easy enough to fix. Move through the frames, and use the Sculpt tool to adjust your shapes, tidying up your 2D view. Every time you change a grease pencil drawing, a new keyframe is added. You can see these frames in the dope sheet, under grease pencil. Better. Now let's finish this character. Draw the bottom leg, and attach it to the parent bone. Remember, when linking objects, the last one selected becomes the parent. touch up than using edit and sculpt mode. You can perform as many tweaks on as many frames as you want. Now duplicate the top and bottom leg, position them, and parent them to the new bones. Next, the shoes. Let's go through the routine one last time. Make sure you're at frame 0, and add a blank grease pencil object. Line up the pivot point. Draw something. Smooth and tweak with the sculpt tools. Add a new layer and color for the fill. Fill the shape, and link it to the bone. Make any final adjustments. Now that he has 2 shoes, let's finish the head. Hey presto, he's done. This concludes part 1 of this tutorial. Join me in part 2 for more possibilities, and how to set up and render your scene. In the meantime, I wish you lots of fun with Blender. Enjoy!